talk too much. I've been living in the basement, trying to make a statement.
Alright, so last video I said I'd make a video on the time that I took the acid, right? So in this video I'm gonna be telling you how, like, what went down and shit. So I was sitting on the shit, right, for like a week, right? Give or take. No, like a little less than a week. And I decide that I want to do it, right? But the problem was my friend bailed, right? So I was kind of fucked, right? So never do this, but I decide it was a great fucking idea to just do it by myself, right? Which, never fucking do psychedelics by yourself unless you've like done it like a lot, right? And you like know what you're doing and shit, right? So I just decided to do it, right? Like it was at night, right? I'd say it was around like 9. And I was scared, bro. Like I was really nervous. So I decide that I'm gonna just break it into pieces and like take it and see how I feel, which is not how you do acid, right? Normally you just take the whole thing, cause they're not gonna just like dip it like on each like on like all the way around like the gummy, right? Like they're just gonna put it like in the middle. So I take like a little bit, right? And I wait like 45 minutes, right? Cause that's how long like it takes for acid to like kick in, right? Like 45 minutes to an hour, right? So I take a little bit and I wait, doesn't do shit. I take a little bit more, right? And I wait. It doesn't do shit. And I'm just like tweaking a little bit, right? I'm like, why isn't it doing anything, right? So I wait. I take a little bit more, right? And by the time I'm done, like, I take the whole thing within the span of like 2 hours, right? So I'm waiting, right? Expecting to like see some shit or like feel something, right? And I hit up this girl, right? And I'm telling her like, oh, I took the shit and it's not doing anything. And she says, you should smoke a little bit, right? So I had this grinder, right? This Bob Marley grinder. Piece of shit. And I had some keef. So this keef, bro, was fucking nice. Like, it wasn't a lot, but like, there was some keef, right? Like, I'd say like, I probably had like a gram to 2 grams. And I had this little pipe, right? And it was nice, bro. Like, it looked like a dragon. Like, it, like the glass, it looked like it had like scales in it, like of like a lizard or some shit. So I pack a little bit of keef, like, in my bowl. And I have like my like room like leads out to like the front entrance of like the front of my house, right? And like there's this little like part of like my house like on the top where like my window is, where like there's like this little roof. So I hop out and I'm on like the like roof of my house. So I start smoking, right? And I'm trying my best to make sure that none of the smoke is like entering like my room, right? And it's dark, right? So I can't see dick. And I'm trying my best to like smoke, and I finish and I'm trying to climb into my window, and I completely just eat shit, bro. Like I like fall, right? And I don't know if it was like the acid hitting me or like the weed, because like when you smoke, right, like it makes like the like psychedelics like more like intense and like powerful. So I don't know like what like I was thinking, but it hits me a little bit, right? And I've done it like one more time after this, and I don't know. I was just sitting in my bed and like playing games and shit, and I feel like I'm like coming up, right? Like I'm having like thought loops, which, but I'm not really like seeing anything. So I don't know if it was like placebo or like if it was like actually hitting me. So I'm kind of paranoid, right? I'm like tweaking because I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck is going on? Like, am I like good or like what the fuck? And in my head, bro, like I totally like regret doing this. Like I just like regret like my decisions and like the decision I made to like take this by myself. But I don't know. I think I just like let it set like too long because I think it just got like exposed to heat and like the tab like got, well, not the tab, but like I don't know why I keep saying tab, but like the gummy got all fucked up. So I'm kind of fucking tweaking, right? And I don't know. I'm just like laying in my bed like trying to go to bed because like I'm not having fun. Cause like I don't know if it was like the weed or like what the fuck, but like I was not having a good time. And at some point I needed to pee, right? And I've always been told not to look in the mirror when you're tripping, cause bad shit just happens, right? So I'm in my bathroom, right? And like I'm so fucked up, like in my head that I'm like, don't even turn on the light, and I'm just fucked up, right? So I'm deciding, okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm not gonna turn on the light, and I'm not gonna look anywhere near the mirror. And I do that, right? So I do my business, and I leave, and I go back into my room, right? And throughout this entire process, like I'm trying my best to just like stay quiet and like not wake up my parents, cause at this point it was pretty fucking late, bro, and you don't want to be on like drugs and like you get in trouble and shit because that just makes it like 10 times worse because that has happened to me like many times and it's awful. So I go back to my bed and I just lay down, right? And I'm tweaking, bro. Like I'm having like these little like thought loops, right? And I'm like what the fuck is going on? Like what am I feeling? Like I don't like this. And I don't know. I wish there was like more to this story, but like there really isn't. Like I really just like kind of just like laid in bed and like fell asleep, and like I woke up, and the next day like it was really weird. Like I don't know. I felt like really like out of it and like tired and like groggy. So I don't know if that was like the acid or like what the fuck. Cause like I had to go to work the next day, right? And I was like feeling like really weird and like I don't know. I was just like really out of it and like zoned out. So I don't know if that was like I don't know like what it was. But yeah, that was the time the acid didn't work. So I guess you could say like that was my first time tripping, but like I don't really count it. But if you like the video, comment some other shit you want me to like talk about. Cause I have a bunch of videos, and leave a like and I'll catch you in the next one.